This is awesome. This is funny. Oh my God, this is incredible. Like, I don't even know where to start. Okay. Since we're talking about transmissible personality disorders, Hasanabi derangement syndrome was sitting at, like, do you know how COVID works, chat? Like, basically what happens with COVID is that for most people, it is a dangerous infection of your immune system, right? But eventually most people's bodies, you know, can react, develop antibodies, and defeat COVID, right? And in that period when a COVID infection is inside your body reproducing and before your body has, you know, mustered up an immune response, there isn't that much time for the virus to mutate, right? The way the virus has been mutating is there's a few people for who they kind of get in this like steady state of infection with COVID where they're not killed by it, but their immune system doesn't quite knock it out. So it just kind of sits inside of them, just kind of like reproducing and like slowly mutating. Like they're like COVID reservoirs, right? Like there's a few people that have like achieved this kind of state, and where the COVID just kind of incubates and mutates and goes through many generations in one body. And that is Hasanabi derangement syndrome with Destiny. Destiny was just sitting there mutating and obsessing and mutating and obsessing and mutating and obsessing. And now it's finally like achieved gamma version of Hasanabi derangement syndrome. And it's now gone virulent and it's spread all across the internet. Now everybody is catching it. Who's like, anybody who's kind of dumb and right wing is catching Hasanabi derangement syndrome. And it's like, that goes from like, you know, neoliberal freaks all the way to, you know, your full-blooded billionaire fascist. It's incredible. It's incredible. Oh my God. Like, all right, let's make fun of Elon Musk.
Attack by the real president of the United States of America, by the wealthiest person on the planet, Elon Musk. All of this started when baby formula breast milk stealer of Blizzard, allegedly, Grums, a 60-year-old man, decided to post this. You can tell a lot about Ubisoft at Ubisoft with how much money they are throwing at terrorist platforming streamers. Elon Musk, being the absolute loser that he is, that spends way too much time.
I mean, the cringe of just throwing out terrorist as a thought-terminating cliche. It's honestly like kind of embarrassing. Isn't it embarrassing when somebody says that? Like, it just kind of makes me laugh at them for being a little bitch. You're a terrorist supporter. The United States of America has killed millions and millions of people with violence. Millions upon millions upon millions of innocent people. Whether it was Indonesia, whether it was in Latin America, whether it was in Iraq, whether it was in Africa, we've killed millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of innocent people. Millions. And yet to these guys, America is good because they're American, I guess. It's sort of like just you make an assumption that America is not Can you imagine how you would feel towards a country if they just killed your entire family? And he left you destitute? What would you be willing to do? If you couldn't afford to live a productive life, if you and your family was taken away from you via aggressive violence, what would you be willing to do? And I'm not saying those people are good people for doing violence. What I'm saying is, if you don't want terrorists, stop doing terrorism to them. Stop trying to take people's shit. It's called blowback.
Time on his own platform that he purchased for incredibly narcissistic reasons, turned around and replied to it saying,
yeah, by the way, chat, you're allowed to be a disgusting narcissistic conservative in my chat and make your depraved, pathetic arguments that we could all laugh at you. But you don't get to do it on an alt account that you just create. You don't get to do that. So where's that guy at? You have to do it on your main account. Can a mod ban that guy for using alt accounts?
Hassan is a fraud. Then he doubled down, double tweeted, and said sellout would be more accurate. Objectively, he's promoting a terrible game just for the money.
Assassin's Creed is a terrible game, according to Elon Musk? What? Oh my god! Even Asmongold doesn't say it's terrible. All right, I need to see Asmongold's reactions to this. Somebody link me Asmongold's reaction. I want to just laugh at Asmongold. Asmongold is such a little, like, obsequious little worm.
To which I screenshotted and quote retweeted, this literally paid someone to power level his character in Path of Exile 2, Lamau. What do you mean I'm a fraud? Elon, I challenge you to a duel in Elden Ring. I will cook your fat rolling ass. The reason why I said that is because Elon is not a real gamer, but a fake one. And also because From Software games are the only games that I'm above average competent in. Even though I am not the best gamer, Elden Ring is one of the games that I am decently good at. Elon Musk is also...
The editor did him dirty. The editor did him dirty where he just caught in a corner getting owned. Come on, editor. Come on, editor. Give him like a win on a fight. Come on, editor.
Reportedly, power leveled his Path of Exile 2 character to a degree where he was one of the top players, allegedly, in the entire planet. All of this was, of course, revealed by Crip and Quen and the work that they put in. Elon Musk basically exposed how fraudulent he was in that process. But
it's not a fun reaction, but illustrative how Asmongold and his viewers, everything is literally only content and nothing matters. Yeah, of course. See, like, this is the problem that we have. Like, the problem with Asmongold versus myself is Asmongold doesn't care about anything, and he's insulated from the consequences of his own actions. And to Asmongold and his fans, caring about something is cringe because that makes you vulnerable, right? Like, if you care about something, then somebody could fuck that up, and that'll make you feel bad, right? And so... It is upper middle class 13-year-old little boy, you know, kind of underachiever mentality, right? Where you are secure in your kind of Maslow's hierarchy of needs as far as least like security and food and things like that. And so you're not like, you're insulated from the consequences of your actions, right? Now, you know, anybody who's Asmongold's fan is not doing well. If you don't know what Maslow's hierarchy of needs is, let me just bring it up real quick. Oh my God, can I just get this, please? Can you give me an open image and new tab? Thank you, fuck's sake. All right, so this is the hierarchy of needs. Maslow's, you know, there's some problems with it, but it's a good, you know, it's very good to talk about it quickly so you understand. And basically Maslow's theory is happiness is a continually escalating thing. And you build on the needs. You start and you go up, right? So once you achieve physiological needs, satisfying our innate and physical needs, including food, water, shelter, sleep, and sex. This is very, very, very controversial because some people say sex is not a physiological need. However, what you'll notice is I think that sex deserves to be in the bottom of the pyramid. Why? Because how many people do you know have gone batshit crazy because they're incels? Because they're not getting sexual like contact, they're not fulfilling their sexual needs and their sexual urges, and they're unloved and unwanted, they go batshit crazy. So I agree with it being at the bottom. I think that having, you know, consensual positive sexual relationships is a baseline need for human happiness, if you are sexual at all. If you're an asexual person, fine, I'm not erasing you. You exist. Stop being woke of the day. I see you typing. You asexuals, I can see you typing right now going, that's not true of me. Shut the fuck up. I see you. All right. And then there's safety needs, satisfying needs of safety, including physical and emotional security, housing, health, and finances. So this is like, you know, this is where Asmongold's audience is, except for the sex. And so they're up here, right? They're trying to get social belonging, satisfying social needs, including family, friendship, belonging, and acceptance. And this is what they're doing, right? They're kind of glomming onto this like right-wing sphere because they need to be part of something. They need to be part of Gamergate. For a lot of the guys in Asmongold's audience, Gamergate is actually their social belonging. They're a gamer. And when they say gamer, they don't mean gamer in the sense that people who play games, right? To them, you're not a gamer just because you play games as a hobby, right? That doesn't make you a gamer. To them, a gamer is somebody who plays the type of game they like and spends a lot of time doing it, right? That's a gamer. A gamer is somebody who neglects other parts of their life to play the games that they like a lot, right? Now, notice that I didn't say well, because most of the people in Asmongold's audience can't play video games for shit. Like, they're actually bad at it. Which is one of the funniest things about it, is a lot of people who consider themselves gamers actually are dog shit at games, which blows my mind. Like, if you're playing video games all fucking day and you're bad, like, honest to God, like, what's going on? Anyway. Self-esteem, satisfying needs of ego like status, respect, prizes, and recognition. And this is where Asmongold is at, right? Asmongold is up here, right? He's got the social belonging from his like Gamergate, you know, I talked about it yesterday with Alyssa Mercante, that he's part of this like conservative this reactionary counterculture of men that are kind of going like, we know that if we sit and we work with the system, our lives are going to be shit. So we opt out. We're just going to sit at home rotting, surrounded by trash, collecting and sponging off of social welfare benefits or off of our parents or family members. We're just going to sit here playing World of Warcraft all day at 40, right? That's the Asmongold kind of counterculture, which is because society hates me and people like me, I'm just going to check out. That's the reactionary counterculture that Asmongold is a representative of. Hey, I own my own home and play WoW all day. I mean, did you pay for it from work you did, or did mommy give it to you when she died of diabetes? LMAO, I wish I had a rich mommy. Okay, cool. You're allowed to play WoW all day, but you're not really playing WoW all day, are you? I mean, like, if you are, and you actually earned it, you're an extreme rarity. Okay. But what Asmongold and a lot of these other people do is they disdain self-actualization, which is achieving ability, potential ability, and purpose. That means having like purpose in your life. This is where many of us are here. Right? This is where I'm at. I have a purpose in my life, which is to try to make every single one of you live a happy life, which is an impossible task I gave myself. I like to play hard mode. Okay. That's what socialism is about. Socialism is about building a society where all of you can achieve this. And, you know, for people like Asmongold, it's cringe that I have a purpose in my life, because he's still down here, right? He's still down here. He wants social belonging. He needs self-esteem. And this is also something that XQC is lacking, right? This is what so many of the conservative content creators, they're down here because they lack this. They lack self-esteem. They lack that sense of social belonging. How did XQC say? XQC said, I have no friends in the streaming space. And I find that unbelievably sad. Mike, one nitpick here that I have, it's very understandable that there was a subset of people who play games all day, and when you consider that the game represents the same thing scrolling TikTok for 2 hours does, it's a way of turning off your brain. It's checking out. There isn't a desire to improve, simply a desire to press the pause button on our emotions and thoughts. I completely agree. It's a band-aid. It's a psychological band-aid. I do it too. You know, sometimes when I'm tired or whatever, I'll just go to my computer, I'll boot up Project Zomboid, and I'll just play Project Zomboid. And the thing about Project Zomboid is it's a game that requires your complete, you have to be paying attention. Because if you're not paying attention, then you'll die. And you're talking about 100 hours of gameplay will be lost, right? So it kind of turns my brain off in a certain way because it requires a certain level of focus, and it allows me to just kind of like forget shit. I do that too. All of us do that. You know, some people call it escapism. I personally think that escapism is a undesirable thing to pursue in your content and in your entertainment. You shouldn't be trying to escape. You should be trying to empathize and occupy a new world and entertain different states of physiological and psychological feeling that you don't normally feel. To be drawn into a world is not the same thing as escaping this one. Like, I use art to understand this world better, not to escape from it. And myself, of course. I also think of art as a way of practicing emotions as well, right? Like, don't you love watching a movie that's sorrowful, where you make a genuine connection with a character, and then that character dies or suffers or fails, and you feel genuine sorrow and sadness? And also a feeling of euphoric, you know, solidarity or euphoria or victory. I love occupying this emotional space. That's what I think of art, as a way of practicing these emotions as well, you know, feeling, you know, getting to feel them in a safe place, in a safe way, because it's not real loss. It's not real failure. It's not real tragedy. It's pretend tragedy. I don't want to escape. I want to feel life. Like you're experiencing a cognitive skill called mindfulness. Yeah, I know. How's China treating you? Incredible things are happening in China. Holy shit. You got the crawfish, man. Have you learned Chinese yet, James? Are you fluent yet? Are you white Chinese yet? No, but a woman who is sitting across me in that photo wants to teach me. Well, then let her teach you. What are you doing? I need you as my, like, go-between. All right, let's get back into Elon Musk talking about Hassan.
It seems that
Ending my point, people like Asmongold, they think having a purpose in life is cringe because they're still searching for self-action. They're still searching for that social belonging and that self-esteem, right? And so they don't want to risk caring about something. And so it is what it is. I don't mind being cringe to somebody like Asmongold.
Elon had not had enough because he went back and he's still apparently.
Good news for Brazil. Our Supreme Court has formed a majority to indict Bolsonaro for his participation in the January 8th coup attempt. Badass. Put him in prison forever.
Crying about me. That's right. He turned around and called me a chicken R word. Again, 60-year-old man, by the way, just so you understand. Nobody pays Elon to play Path of Exile 2. How much money do they pay you for Assassin's Creed Shadow, says Grums. These are the real shills and grifters. To which Elon Musk replied, Hassan is such a chicken R word that he blocked me. And then he double tweeted again and said, and showed that I was, blocking him, which I did. Of course I blocked him. For people wondering why Elon is so focused on Hassan, oh, that's funny. Oh no, everyone is posting replies. Everyone is Grimes posting in the replies.
The attack is too high. The noise gets too high currently.
Why are you so buff? Is it necessary?
What? I don't know. I like working out.
Now, what I find
I can't believe that Elon is attacking Hassan. But he has this level of own. This level of own. Like, if I were Elon, I would just pretend that Hassan didn't exist. I would just like, but now he's now setting himself up for people to say that he got cocked by Hassan. He set himself up to be people to say he got cocked by Hassan. I mean, come on, man. What are you doing? Now, I don't know if anything like that happened. I don't think it did, but come on, man. What are you doing? You're sitting in the cock chair. Buff leftist voices soy boy billionaire.
To be particularly strange about this saga is that no one is addressing the fact that I said I would have him on the stream. I would 1v1 him in Elden Ring.
That reminds me of when Destiny was screaming about how various streamers cucked him with his ex-wife as an attack on those streamers. Do you guys remember that? Don't say, you know, don't repeat any of the slanders. But it was just one of the most insane things I have ever seen. Is like Destiny was screaming like, so-and-so fucked my wife. So-and-so fucked my wife. So-and-so fucked my wife. And I was like, dude. Are you okay? Destiny, man. What the fuck? Now Elon is sitting in the cuck chair.
And expose him for the fraudulent gamer that he actually is. Now, I'm rusty on Elden Ring. I haven't played in a while. I don't know what the new metas are, and I still think I could cook his ass. That's number one. Number two, if we are not going to test our mettle in Elden Ring, we could also do it as interlocutors in the marketplace of ideas. I responded to him, a 60-year-old man who's the wealthiest person on the planet, and yet still a ginormous, narcissistic crybaby, with this. I said, yeah, I blocked you out, Elon Musk, because you bought this website and you force everyone to see your dumb tweets 7,000 times a day. Why do you think I'm afraid of you? Come on the stream if you're such a big man. Elon Musk, noticeably, has refused to respond.
Guys, I'm legitimately... Okay, I'm going to say it. Elon Musk is complaining to JD Vance and Donald Trump about Hassan. We're cooked. We're actually cooked. The FBI is coming after us now. We're actually cooked. I honestly do think, and I mean this completely, that the Destiny, Elon Musk, you know, Ethan Klein, Donald Trump alliance to go after us, it really does show how liberals will ally with fascists against the left. Like, we've been saying this for a long, I mean, I've been saying this for a long time. Hassan famously said, you know, scratch a liberal and a fascist bleeds. And that's where we're literally at that point. This is a perfect case study of dumb fuck streamers just want to talk about politics on twitch.tv, and now we're going to have to fight the president of the United States. Like, this is... I wonder if my main hope is that Donald Trump is just going to find Elon annoying and cringe. Right? Like, eventually Elon's going to do something that makes Trump feel unpopular, right? Or so the number one thing you can do is like just kind of try to drive the wedge between Elon and Trump. That's the number one thing we need to do.
On to me at all. Perhaps it's because I've blocked them. So In the interest of fairness, I will unblock him so he can reply to me directly if he chooses to do so. Elon Musk, of course, is a coward and narcissistic and thin-skinned. I will most likely subsequently block him once again because, as I said on this tweet, I hate seeing all the posts that he
Mike, are you worried about Hassan? I have some time. I'm worried about myself, bitch. What do you mean? What do you mean? Ubisoft top cruise too, cause goddamn did the Assassin's Creed guy cook up. Yeah, the Assassin's Creed replies absolutely cooked them, and I think the worm is starting to turn. Chat. Do you think Elon is reading your DMs? Yes, I do. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Oh fuck. Oh no, Mike, delete the dick pic I sent you now. Sorry, Elon's already looking at it, man. Sorry. Double VPN up, change your alias, use fake info, don't use Google. Bro. It's too late for me. It's too late for me.
On purpose. It is so annoying. If he actually had something interesting to say, if he actually had something worthwhile to say, perhaps I would not have issues with his tweets, but he tweets so much instead of running any of his many companies. That's all he does, as a matter of fact. And as you guys know, I've talked about how Elon Musk is someone that I truly love because his ineptitude in broad daylight is single-handedly destroying the myth of meritocracy. Because if someone as stupid and as thin-skinned as Elon Musk can be the wealthiest person on the planet while demonstrating that he doesn't do anything real, then I truly hope that one day many Americans will start recognizing that perhaps these billionaires didn't actually work super hard or super smart for their wealth. That's it. Jabri also had a funny tweet on this. The richest man on earth having a meltdown over a Twitch streamer just proves that no amount of money can make you any less of a loser.
Like if I were Elon Musk, like let's look at the difference between Elon Musk. Elon Musk is out there sending his cum to various Twitter reply women so they get IVF. He's not even going around and fucking. He's just sending his spunk in FedEx to every 6 out of 10 reply woman because of his, I don't know anything about his penis. I don't know if his penis is botched. There's a rumor that his penis is botched, which kind of makes sense because like he's having all these IVF children as opposed to like making them the old fashioned way. So it's like so fucking weird. Right. So he's going around and mailing his spunk to all his Twitter reply guys. He lives life in the most unhealthy way possible. Now, if you're the richest man on the planet, there is absolutely no excuse for you not to be healthy. You get, the best, personal trainers in the world. You get the best dietitians, the best personal chefs. You get all your macros tracked for you. They make sure, they'll literally pick you up out of bed, take you to the gym, you work out. Everyone will adjust their life around what you need to maximize your health. You have access to whatever performance enhancing drugs that'll be better for your long-term, longevity or health, that, any kind of gender affirming care, any kind of you could have a personal stylist. You could have a fashion designer on retainer who just designs you sleek, nice fashion. You could do all sorts of stuff. You could be commissioning artists, and you could be a patron of the arts and create libraries and museums and planetariums. And I mean, you could be out there doing experiencing everything that life has to offer. This motherfucker doesn't even go to space. He's got a space company and he hasn't been to space. What a bitch boy. He's out there tweeting all day. He's taking his money, and instead of doing any of those things I just said, he's paying somebody else to play Path of Exile on his account. Elon is dumb, but he still knows not to trust his own tech. The entire conceit behind SpaceX is we're comfortable if the rockets blow up. NASA is too risk averse. So no shit, he's not going on his own fucking rockets. The entire idea behind SpaceX is we could iterate and we could develop technology faster if we're comfortable with the rockets blowing up. That's his entire idea behind SpaceX. So no shit, he's scared to go on his own goddamn rockets. Hassan needs to have a Chinese embassy escape plan laid out for real. Hassan does? What about me, bitch?
There it is. This is the Elon Musk saga.
All the same people who hate Hassan hate me. With the only exception being Elon Musk, which honestly, that's good. I don't want to fucking, I'm already realizing, like, this is what I realize, is that the left is fucking we are in the worst possible position, which is fascists have maximum power and the left is maximum weak. I can't imagine the left being weaker, to be honest with you. Can you give us a breakdown on how to escape to China, buy a plane ticket, and fucking leave? And then when I get there, claim political asylum. That's about the only plan you could have. Hassan needs to procreate as quickly as possible. He needs human shield stat. Oh no.
My challenge is still simple. Elon Musk, come on the stream. Show everybody how not afraid you are. Except, Elon Musk, you have backed away from challenges time and time again. When Jon Stewart said he wanted to have you on the broadcast, you said you'd be down to do it with as long as it was in real time. Then you turned around and ran away from that, and you claimed that he was compromised. Elon Musk also backed away from fighting after entertaining the notion of fighting Mark Zuckerberg. Imagine being afraid of Mark Zuckerberg. Will Elon Musk run away from a challenge once again? Perhaps he will. Anytime, any place, Elon Musk, I'll come to you if necessary. The ball's in your court. I will say that every moment that he spends crying on Twitter about how a Twitch streamer blocked him is perhaps a moment that he is not spending on eviscerating the administrative state and potentially cutting Social Security. So I'm doing my part, ladies and gentlemen. That's right.
What are my thoughts on protests in Gaza against Hamas? I don't know because I'm not there. And I oftentimes, my feeling is that I want the people of Gaza to have self-determination, and the best way to have the self-determination is to remove Israel's blockade and allow and remove the occupation and settlement of the West Bank and allow the Palestinians to form their own state.
What have you done today? It does. One last note that I will mention is that
Make sure you say it's a bad thing you fully support Hamas. No, I don't. I've said time and time again that Hamas represents the right wing of the Palestinians because it was propped up and created by the United States, protect against pan-Arab nationalism and divide the Palestinians. The Hamas, just like Al-Qaeda, just like ISIS, just like Islamism in general, is a belief system that the United States has been instrumental in manufacturing support for and have spent billions of dollars to back.
talked time and time again about how Elon Musk has known who I am and has not been a big fan of me for quite a while. I've talked about this quite a bit, and people used to tell me, Hassan, you are so full of yourself. He has no idea. I knew, because of sources that I cannot reveal, that Elon Musk has actively had a grudge since I had his baby mama, friend of the show, Grimes, on the broadcast, where she said this. This could perhaps be one of the reasons as to why Elon Musk has been so angry and so resentful about my existence for quite some time.
Because the attack is too high. The noise gets too high currently.
Why are you so buff? Is it necessary?
What? I don't know. I like working out.
Yeah. You miss long hair Hassan? Long hair Hassan wasn't that good. I wasn't a fan of long hair Hassan. Anyway. Let's see if he tweets a little bit more after this, but I think this will most likely shut him up again. There's a certain amusement in Elon screenshotting your profile, complete with the PFP of your armpit. Yeah. It is also kind of funny that award-winning journalists are sending me the Elon Musk tweet. I won't name who, but apparently Grok thinks you would win in a 1v1 versus Elon and Eldering. Ask it 1v1 in Eldering who would win, Elon Musk or Hassan Piker. I don't know how to use Grok, and I don't want to use Grok. What are the odds he actually comes on? Less than 0. Are you kidding me? He has never in a million years entertained contentious conversation. Are you kidding me? He lost his shit at Don Lemon, dude. A lot of my naysayers would much rather stick to their own platforms and cry over and over again rather than talk to me directly. It's actually rare that he mentioned you. Yeah, yes and no. He has in the past, but only tangentially. This is one of the first instances where he's like directly mentioned me.
So you said if they kill the company, it's them. But doesn't the buck stop with you? I mean, you're on it.
I have to say, choose your question carefully. There's 5 minutes left.
Odds on if he's watching the stream right now, there's a likelihood.
Okay, but so
Is this the question you want to ask?
Same question is you said that they are killing the company, but you're the head of the company. The buck doesn't stop with you?
I acquired X in order to preserve freedom of speech in America, the First Amendment.
Yeah, guys, the freedom of speech to arrest people for protesting Israel and support that he's such a free speech supporter. Making it illegal to say the word cisgender. Very free speech.
And I'm going to stick to that.
What is my opinion on Grimes? Pseudo-intellectual rich person who's just not very bright. Like, what do you want me to say?
And if that means making less money, so be it.
So I have to be, listen, I'm just being honest, right? I'm not trying to, like, get you or anything. I was just surprised that you would blame other people for killing the company. I mean, when you say the buck stops with the president of the United States, regardless of what happens, right? So, why would that question upset you? You seem upset by it, are you?
I think you.
And I'm not trying to upset you.
Well, you are upsetting me because the way you're phrasing the questions, I think, is not cogent.
It's not what?
Not cogent.
Cogent.
Yes.
Listen, honestly, I'm not meaning to offend you. You're an intense person. Where does that intensity come from?
I was born that way. And I had a tough childhood.
You did?
So, yeah.
How so?
So tough.
Right, Walter Isaacson goes into it in the book, and we only have a couple minutes left, so
All right.
too long to describe. So the 1 or 2 questions I can do, and then we'll have to call it.
Okay. Again, I don't mean to upset you. Why are you just...
No, I have a whole room full of people waiting to meet with me.
Okay.
So we're just going over time.
Okay. All right. I understand that. So...
I had a difficult childhood. My father was spectacularly wealthy. We basically had slaves. It was very difficult. Oh my God, did the Assassin's Creed social media account came into the rescue? That's crazy. Elon Musk calling me a sellout. Assassin's Creed, is that what the guy playing your Path of Exile 2 account told you? Oh no. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I actually think the Assassin's Creed Assassin's Creed has actually officially won the struggle. They've officially won the struggle because like everybody was like, if that game had been, I don't know if it's good or not. I haven't played it. The only Assassin's Creed I played that I really liked was Black Flag and Unity, but I didn't play a bunch of them as well. Like to be honest, those are the two that I actually kind of like. I think I downloaded Syndicate and played it for one day and it just didn't catch me, which is weird because that's the one that has marks in it. But I think it's like at least good enough that a lot of people are like, no, this game is pretty good. And all the conservative like anti-woke complaining is kind of like falling flat and looking cringe. Ubisoft could do the funniest thing right now, Mike. But Ubisoft should have ratioed Elon and then ratioed Grums. Sellout would be more accurate. Objectively, he is promoting a terrible game just for the money. 554,000 likes? Oh my God. And then it went to 555,000. In a reply to a reply. Assassin's Creed Shadows isn't the hit Ubisoft desperately needs, analyst says. Our game is out. The fact that you're collaborating with a terrorist sympathizer is all I need to know not to buy your product. You're collaborating with a terrorist sympathizer. Yeah, today is already looking like it's going to be crappy. I know, man. You didn't have to tell me. I know. $235,000 likes. Honestly, people are so fucking hungry to eat the rich. We need to capitalize on such feel. Well, no shit. The intern really thought they did something with this. Tell me, intern, does Ubisoft officially support Hamas now? Well, if someone can burn eco-friendly cars because they don't like the partial owners, some people can surely ask if Ubisoft supports Hamas, but they literally paid someone who actually sympathizes with terrorists. They think they're cooking with the sympathizes with terrorists shit. This is like kids who have Republican parents, man. They think they're cooking when they say this. The kids with Republican parents. It's so fucking soy. I will buy 5 copies of Assassin's Creed Shadows and then download the Ubisoft launcher if they officially endorse Hamas. Oh, no, 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 no. Do you condemn Hamas? Adam Smith in a letter to Karl Marx. Marx never replied. True.